same chord.
Rob and Slim Show. Tremain.
Yo.
Tremain Hayhoe from Rideshare, the movie, correct?
That is correct.
Cool,
That
man.
is correct. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Pretty
How
good.
you doing?
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Thanks for coming on, dude. Are you in Hollywood?
I am right now. Right now I'm in Calabasas. So like right now. But yeah, Hollywood.
All right. Where's that location?
That's like northwest of Hollywood. It's where all the Kardashians live, you know.
Ooh.
It's kind of a it's a nice place.
Sounds like the place to be. Are you at one of their parties?
No, I wish. No, they wish, actually. No.
I like that.
Yeah. No. I'm working on another movie, my next movie. It's called The Bachelor Party.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, and doing some work with that. But
Oh, you're up there doing that. I like that. What else?
Yeah.
Was Rideshare your first movie?
Yeah, my first feature, yes.
Okay, and
Yes.
that's about one horrific night about a rideshare app like Driver, correct?
That's right. Yeah, one crazy night set in L.A. In the movie, the app is called Hitch. So, we're on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And are we live? Are we on the radio right now?
Yes,
No,
we are. We are live.
Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. So have you guys had a chance to see the movie yet?
I did not. I saw the previews, and I did want to check it out.
Okay. Well, yeah, check it out. It's on Amazon Prime.
Cool. How
Yeah.
long did it
Free
take
to
to
stream if you have Prime, and if you don't, it's like $2.99 to rent. So
Cool.
yeah.
How long did it take to make the movie?
It took about a year and a half. Start to finish. I mean, 2 years if you want to include like the conception and everything.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a whole process. Had the idea for the movie, and then basically I was about to turn 30, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't made a feature film yet. What's my deal? What's my problem? And I'm like, you know what? I need to make a movie because what's funny is like I never made that decision to make a feature, and I was always just like, well, how come I haven't? And I was trying to think of a legitimate reason, and most of the time I'm like, well, I haven't had the money to do it or whatever.
Okay.
I'm like, but that's honestly a BS excuse, because that is ultimately an excuse because I couldn't think of a legitimate reason why I haven't made a movie. And I'm like, well, why don't I just learn how to raise money and stuff like that?
Cool.
So I did. I learned how to do that, and here a year and a half later, here we are.
What was the hardest part of making the movie?
Well, hardest part. I mean, the hardest part was essentially. I'm trying to think what the hardest part was. I don't know. It was all a process. I think it was just continuing on because I had to raise money for the movie, and then we made it, and then the post-production process took a while, and then we had to raise a little bit more money to finish off that. So I guess it was just the hard part was just there. Obviously there's a bit of a learning curve because I've been doing movie. I've been making silly videos since I was about 13 or 14. But I've been making videos professionally for about 8 years. But it was still a bit of a learning curve, knowing, the type of format it has to be for Amazon Prime, like stuff like that, learning about 5.1 surround sound, how to get that all done. That was a bit more difficult. And the biggest challenge was that because we were actually using real cars, you know, driving around Hollywood.
That's what I was going to ask too.
Which we had had permits for the whole city, by the way.
Okay.
You know, just kidding. But I mean,
I was going to say that didn't sound truthful at all.
It's all on the up and up.
We had permits for the car, you know, so the car's a location. You know, so yeah, that was like the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge was especially in the edit because there's, you know, stop, you know, like start, you know, green light, red lights, turns, you know, making sure the edit's smooth, and so it's not like, you know, one shot where the driver's talking and he's making a left turn and then you go back and then the car's, you know, stopped at a red light, like working out all these logistics.
Did he have to run any red lights?
Film the scene, you know. Yeah, like if I was like, I mean, I knew going in, I'm like, well, the smart way to do this, it would be to just put the car in a studio and just shoot a green screen. We could get some nice polished shots, you know, and then just do everything in post. But I'm like, no, dude, you can't mimic, you can't fake being in a car. You know, you even with the best effects, like you just can't. Like, I don't know, nothing beats like being in the car.
That's cool. What I saw too in the credits, Rucka Ali, was he in the movie?
Yeah, he's in the movie.
Oh,
yeah.
awesome.
Actually, I noticed, I was checking out your guys' latest podcast, and I noticed you guys had one of his songs in the intro.
We usually do open with a Rucka song, and we had him on. We had him on a year or two ago.
Oh, you did? Oh, no way. Oh,
Yes.
awesome. Nice.
He was a blast.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, really funny guy, great guy. I was actually just texting with him a little bit ago.
Nice.
But yeah, he's funny. You got to check out the movie because his role's great.
Yeah, once I saw that, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta see this.
Yeah, you have to see it, and you know, let us know what you think.
I saw a lot of mixed reviews, like a lot of people just being dicks to be dicks. It seemed like, but they couldn't even spell. It was like their spelling was horrible.
Fucking love that.
But then there were a lot of reviews supporting it.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. It's like we've got, you know, a lot of love, a lot of hate, you know, so I think it's pretty cool because you get a mixed reaction from people. I think people that really like, you know, kind of mindless, like action movies, like where there's not, you know, nonstop crazy stuff happening and no real thought put into it. This isn't the movie for you, you know. This is more of a slow build. It's more of a suspense, more of a dark humor. If you have a little bit of a twisted sense of humor, you'll probably like this movie.
That's what I kind of got from the reviews. Yeah, some people were like, yeah, this works as a dark horror humor like type of thing, which is like something that sounds great to me.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think, you know, especially in the age where if it is a horror movie, there's typically every horror movie, there's just a ton of blood and ton of like people's heads getting split open and stuff. And like, you know, there's a place for that. But I think for me, at least, the real humor the real horror is, you know, more of the suspense aspect and just the weird, creepy feeling you have in certain real situations. So I wanted to put the audience in that passenger seat and have, you know, give you the ride of your life.
Nice.
That's awesome. Did you have a bad Uber experience?
Well, no, actually, most of my Uber experience has been really positive. I've been doing a lot of video production and a lot of freelance stuff, and there was a time where things were really slow. I'm like, God, what do I do? And so I ended up driving Uber for a short period of time. And it's scarier, in my opinion. It's scarier being a driver than being a passenger. Yeah, because when you're a passenger, it's like, okay, cool, you know, you're getting driven around. Like, yeah, if you have a creepy driver, yeah, that sucks. But typically, if you're a driver, you can have a really weird rider, and then like you're stuck to the wheel. You have to like, you know, drive around. And also, you'd be picking up someone, 3 a.m. in this dark alleyway, and the name's Jesse, right? So it's like it could be a guy, it could be a girl. You don't know what they look like. You're in this dark alleyway. Like, what's going on? You don't have any information about this person.
My name's
I'm Jesse.
I'm Jesse. You'll see me. I'm wearing a ski mask and some gloves
And a mini skirt.
You're Jesse.
I was just gonna say though too. One of my buddies is an Uber driver, and he said one time, like 2 or 3 in the morning, he had to pick this guy up from like this like expensive house. It was like this huge house, and the guy fucking comes out, falls down like a whole flight of stairs, and he's bleeding. He's fucking got blood coming out of his nose and shit. He's all fucked up. And my buddy was like, "Wait, do you want to go to the hospital?" And the guy was like, "No, you got to bring me here." And so he had to bring this guy. Everything in him, every instinct in his body wanted to bring him to a hospital, but he had to bring him to the nightclub he wanted to go or something. It was crazy. Crazy.
Gosh.
Yes.
That's wild.
Yeah. So yeah. No.
Dude, that's what's so crazy is that like you get a bunch of different characters in your car. That it's cool, and you meet people that you never meet before or never see. You would never like actually talk to, or a lot of interesting people. And yeah, I think everyone has a crazy story like that. But that one's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, he came in, like, I work with him at a job, and he came in, and he's like, I don't even know if the guy's still alive. Like, he felt so, like, guilty about it.
Jeez. Oh, my God.
Because the guy was, like, in really bad shape. Really bad shape.
He's probably so hammered, he just didn't even care. He just, like, wants to go to the nightclub.
Get to the bar, get to the club, yeah.
Real quick, I actually just feel like and I never do this, but I want to promote one of our friends because your story really reminds me of our friend, author Isaac Thorne. Like, you should check out his stuff because he writes stories kind of like that. Like, when he was last on, he read a story about just taking a piss in like a rest stop and how like scary it could be, and he just hit all the perfect notes and everything.
Yes.
So I think you really like Isaac Thorne. I recommend.
What's his name? I'll check it out.
Isaac Thorne. Isaac Thorne, Thorne.
Isaac Thorne. Okay.
Yeah, man, definitely check his stuff out. I was gonna ask you too, Tremain. Is horror your favorite genre of movies?
I actually like suspense probably more than horror. They're in a very similar category. I do really like horror. I like thriller. I like mystery. So like really like suspense, mystery, thriller.
Cool.
So yeah, I guess the best example for me is Minority Report.
Okay.
I love that movie.
Okay.
Philip K.
You guys seen that movie? Tom Cruise.
It's been a while.
I read the original story, which I think was called Paycheck. Yeah, it might have been called Paycheck, by Philip K. Dick, that it was based off of. But I never actually watched the movie.
Dude, you guys got to see that movie. It's so cool. I don't know, it's so cool. It's thrilling, suspenseful, twists and turns, a lot of action in it. So yeah, it's just Steven Spielberg. So I don't know. I think to me, I think that's his best film. Best film, so.
Wow.
And that's saying, obviously saying a lot with Spielberg, but
nice.
But unless you hate it, Spielberg, then it's not really saying much.
No, I think it's always a win with Spielberg.
Yeah,
usually.
no, Spielberg's an artist.
Yeah.
Straight up.
What
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, sorry, Tremaine.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask too. Doing your movie, doing Rideshare, did anything crazy go down during the filming?
Yeah, actually. Okay, so one night we were filming the Rucka Rucka Ali scene. Actually, it's Rucka Rucka Ali and Caitlin O'Connor. Caitlin O'Connor is an awesome girl. She's a beautiful and really talented actress. And it was her scene. So it's Rucka Rucka and Caitlin in the back of the car, and she plays a bit of a really annoying girlfriend, and he's kind of just. He's kind of like just tuned her out pretty much. And so we were filming the scene, and it got all foggy in LA. And we were filming in the I won't say it's Costco, but it was a Costco similar
A Costco
structure.
Costco-ish.
It may or may not be in Marina Del Rey. I won't say that that's exactly where that is, but
it might have been in a place similar.
Yeah. And so we were there, and so we have an RV as a production vehicle and like a home base, because since the whole movie's set in the car, it just made sense renting an RV.
Right.
So we had the RV parked in this huge parking lot, and we had a couple of the crew cars, parked there, and it got super foggy. So it worked out really well because it looked amazing on camera. There's a scene where the driver stops to get something out of his trunk. I won't say what, but he stops to get something out of the trunk. We're filming this scene, and all of a sudden, this like really beat up like Toyota Camry like rolls up, and this guy, like this Hispanic guy, kind of just passive aggressively goes like, "Hey, I think you guys need to leave." And we're like, okay, thanks, man, thank you. And he just like drives away. And I'm like, all right, screw that. Like, let's just keep filming. But I'm like, well, maybe maybe this guy's like a patrol guy or something, And
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I was getting a weird feeling out of like, but everyone else is like, whatever, who cares? Let's just keep filming. I'm like, all right, so we keep filming, and all of a sudden, a cop rolls up. Police car, one police SUV rolls up. Then another SUV rolls up, and then another SUV rolls up. We had about 9 police officers stop and surround us, our whole facility. We had an RV, we had a handful of cars, we had a generator going on the outside. Had a camera set up.
Yeah.
I just at that moment I had to use the restroom in the RV. So I go in the RV, and one of our producers came out and talked to the cops, and they basically we're like, oh shit, because we've heard these horror stories about movies that are non-union, and if you're not a member of the union and they essentially catch you filming,
shut you down,
then they could shut your entire project down, right? Wow. And they could say like, hey, you owe us like $1 million, right? Or else you can't get this movie done. So I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be, this is horror. This could be the worst. But luckily they were cool, and they're like, all right, guys, you guys just have to go somewhere else.
Oh, that's great.
So somebody called then. Somebody complained.
Well, yeah. Well, I think it was that guy. It all started from that guy, like that beat up old little Camry that was just like driving up. And the guy's just so nonchalantly like, hey, I think you guys need to leave.
I think he wanted to film there. That's what it was. He was like, you got to get off my turf. This is my turf.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that was luckily that was the one and only run-in with Hack with the law. So.
See, where my brain went was because you said like the fog showed up, so I thought this guy knew about like this fog demon that was gonna come.
Fog demon.
And he was warning you. He was like, "No, you gotta go. The fog started."
Yeah, and the demon came in and slaughtered the crew. No,
that'll be the sequel. That'll be the sequel.
That's the twist.
Yeah,
you always save the fog.
Yeah, that was crazy, but we got pretty lucky with that. So
nice.
But yeah. But yeah, other than that though, everything came out really smoothly. Like we filmed from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So because everything's set at night, we had to basically pull all nighters. So our whole we had 16 shoot days. And then leading up to it, I was starting to prep myself just to stay up all night. So I stayed up probably for another week or so. So there's about like 20, 21 days where I would sleep during the day and be up all night.
Did that fuck with you at all?
That really messes with. I don't know if you guys have done similar stuff.
I did it for 5 years.
I did an overnight shift for 11 years.
Yeah. Dude, it's rough.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Wow.
Yeah.
So, Dak,
You never get used to it.
You never get used to it.
You never get used to it. You think you would get used to it. You never do.
No.
You never get used to it. You, lose weight. It fucks with you on every level.
I've been off of an overnight shift for over a year now, and I feel like a completely different person.
Yes.
Like, I think back to when I was on overnights, and it's like looking at a completely different me.
Yeah.
Wow. Let me ask you this: how long did it take for you to readjust to a normal, normal?
It took a good 3 months.
To readjust?
Yeah,
Wow.
it took me about 3 months, and then
don't
after
remember.
that, after that, it was very natural and started to come back, especially because like I changed to like a 7 to 4 kind of work day, so that's back, like that's your basic
normal.
like high school, so eventually your body's like, okay, yeah, I remember this makes more sense.
Oh man, yeah. I think my body would start like shaking just in fear of those days.
I worked
days.
I worked one job where we changed every month. So every month you were changing shift, and yeah, for 1 month you did third shift, and by the last week of it, you were just fucking miserable. You were like, I can't wait to go back to first shift.
Wow. Yeah. It really. All those like things like mess with you.
Yeah.
And it's like thinking about it too. Sorry, I just want to say, it's like thinking about it now. If I was ever asked to do like overnight, like it's painful just thinking about it. Like I never want to do it again.
Never.
Like I'll run away. I don't know, move to another country if somebody was like, you have to do overnights. Like,
yeah, man. I don't know how you did that.
No
gosh,
clue.
like 11 years. That's intense. That's like For me, 21 days. I mean, it took so much out of me. It took me a few weeks, almost a month to get back to that. But it's crazy too, because because making the movie, you have to think about the lines, like what we shot. You got to think about continuity. You got to think about the time actors are going to be there. Like everyone's asking you a million questions, and so that takes a lot. That takes a lot out too.
Right,
so why
yeah.
did you do the overnight thing for 21 days? Just is that
it was
because that's when
nighttime.
you were filming?
It was a night. It was shot at night, right?
Yeah. The film set at night.
Okay.
So it had to be nighttime when we're filming.
So it wasn't just you. You had to get you and everybody else on that schedule.
Yeah, pretty much. And we had about 2 days off in between that. So
just straight.
yeah.
through.
So yeah, luckily those days made a huge difference. It's just like sleep during the day, sleep all day, and all night, and then regroup. But it would be like, we start filming at 6 p.m. We wrap at 6 a.m. and then we get everything together, kind of think about what we shot for the next hour. Eat, maybe have a couple drinks or something, and then go to sleep. Wake up around 12. Get prepped for the next day, type thing. So
yeah, Tremain, we have to wrap this up, dude. But it's been great talking to you, dude.
Awesome. Likewise, guys. Likewise. Let me know when you guys check out the film.
I will.
And
I'll definitely review it too.
Let myself and Rucka know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where can everybody find you?
I am a Prime member, so I could definitely watch that.
Awesome, man. Enjoy it. Watch it during the night. Maybe have a couple drinks. Have a good time.
Where can everybody find you, Tremain?
So you could find the movie at facebook.com/rideshare movie, and on Instagram, rideshare movie, and Twitter, rideshare_movie.
Awesome. Tell Rucka we want him back.
All right, I will. I'll text him right now.
Cool, man. All right, man. Have a good one.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thanks for coming on, dude.
Okay. All right, guys.
Later.